Welcome back to Unlimited Reads. You're with Chris, and thanks for joining me today as I will be sharing with you my reading possibilities for November, which is almost upon us already. So let's kick it off with a new short story from Joe Hill, which I'm looking forward to, called Ushers, and I'll tell you what this one's about. Martin Lawrenson is a 23-year-old counsellor for disturbed teenagers. He's bright, compassionate, attractive, and outgoing. He's also, and this is the most interesting thing, not dead. Martin has improbably survived not one but two deadly disasters that claimed dozens of lives. The kid is riding one hell of a lucky streak. Two federal agents think there is something darker at play. Now that they've arranged to interview Martin, they want answers. Martin is ready to share everything he knows. One thing is for certain, when it comes to escaping death, luck doesn't figure into it at all. So it sounds really good. It's a short story, so I should be able to rip through it in one sitting, but I'll always look forward to new fiction by Joe Hill because he is a very fantastic writer, much like his dad. The next one I'm really looking forward to is going to be released on the 29th of October, which is only days away, and that is Memorials by Richard Chismer. Now, I have enjoyed a lot of Richard Chismer's short fiction. I've also enjoyed his contribution and collaboration with Stephen King on the Gwendy series, which is fantastic, and this one is set in the same place that the movie The Descent is set. That scary movie where the cave divers go into the underground caverns and fight those creatures. You know the one. And this one is about the roadside memorials in that area. So I'll tell you what this one's about as well. Never be in the Appalachian woods after dark. Never leave the marked trail. And if you hear the voices, run. 1983, three students from a small college embark on a week-long road trip to film a documentary on roadside memorials for their American Studies class. The project starts out as a fun adventure with long sketches of empty road and nightly campfires where they begin to open up with one another. But they venture deeper into the Appalachian backwoods. The atmosphere begins to darken. They notice more and more of the memorials feature a strange, unsettling symbol hinting at a sinister secret. Paranoia sets in when it appears they are being followed. Their vehicle is tampered with overnight, and some of the locals appear to be anything but welcoming. Before long, the students can't help but wonder if their roadside deaths were really random accidents, or is something terrifying at work here. So I really enjoy Richard Chismer's fiction. He's a very good writer, and this is a nice meaty novel at about 400 pages, which I'm really looking forward to. If it comes out on the 29th of October, I will have it a couple of days after. I have pre-ordered it, so it'll be probably one of my first reads of November, which I can't wait for. Next up is The Handler by MP Woodward. I've sought out this series because I enjoyed Mike's contribution to the Rhineverse a lot with Tom Clancy's Shadow State, which I spoke to him recently on the channel about and reviewed the book very favourably, and wanted to really get my teeth into his other work. So let's see what this one's about. A disgraced former CIA operative must go back in the field with only his ex-wife as his handler in this electrifying thriller from a former intelligence officer. Meredith Morris Dale is a CIA case officer, and a damn good one, even if this last mission did go terribly wrong. Now she has been summoned back to Langley, where she expects to be fired. Instead, she is met by the deputy director with stunning news. A single, well-placed CIA mole in Iran's uranium enrichment program has kept the terrorist nation from building a bomb by sabotaging the performance of their covert centrifuge arrays. But after losing his daughter in an airline shoot-down, the mole wants out, leaving the world on the brink. His one demand? A reunion with the only handler he ever trusted, John Dale, Meredith's disgraced, fired, wayward ex-husband. As Meredith and John struggle through their fraught relationship, a craven CIA political hierarchy, Russian interference, and the rogue spy's manipulation, they must reach deep within their shared connection to maintain recover or kill the asset. So sounds really good. Can't wait to get my teeth sunk into it. It's nice and thick at about 600 pages, so should be good. And then if I obviously like that, I will continue the series with his second book, Dead Drop, in the series. So can't wait to get stuck in. Also in November, I will be reading Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Mr. Brandon Sanderson. I have been wanting to read this for a little while. I finally have a slot available in November, so I can squeeze it in. and really looking forward to it due to the Cosmere connections that it's reputed to have, and I've heard it's just brilliantly written, and it will be a very good addition as I near completion of my Cosmere journey, which will culminate in the release of Wind and Truth Book 5 of the Stormlight Archive. So it's going to be really good. It'll be a no-brainer for me, and hopefully should rip through it very quickly. And finally, the main book for November that I'm really looking forward to is, of course, Rhythm of War by Mr. Brandon Sanderson, book 4 in the Stormlight Archive, which I'm chomping at the bit to read, because I am also going to be doing this one as a buddy read with John over at Talking Story, where all through the last 2 weeks of November we are going to be comparing notes, and we will also jump on a live chat to discuss the book further when we finish it. And we'll be both pretty much up to date, ready for book 5 when it comes out. And I've heard that there are emotional moments in this one. There are mixed reactions from different fans and the like, but I'll certainly draw my own conclusions, and I'm really looking forward to this, as it's the penultimate book before going into Wind and Truth on December 6th, so bring that on. So there you go, guys, that is it for my reading possibilities for November. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you're going to be reading in November. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. Help me get to the 1,000 subscriber mark and beyond. But until the next video, guys, happy reading.